Hey, you're watching the 420 Lifestyle Show on Pot TV with Carly Marley.
Hi.
Hey, hey. And welcome back. Yeah, it's episode number 25 here on the 420 Lifestyle Show. And we're brought to you by Three Happy Cats. That's right, your perfect provider. Carly's here. She's dabbing heavy on the red beard piece.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece. We should get it up on the dab cam, actually.
Get it up on here. Here's the dab cam. Hand bomb that over. Help yourself. You want to show that off.
What's that?
That's the one. This is the 222nd day of 2015. That's right. 143 days till New Year's. And we do have a special announcement on the show today. I'll bring that up in a short bit. Something we kind of mentioned on the last week's show. So, yes, we have confirmed the takeover of the Cannabis Culture Lounge. In progress. The happy cats are here, I see. Hey, how's it going? Meow, meow. You know who's missing? Kitten Puff.
Yeah.
Somebody else said that. I heard somebody say kitten. Yes. Well, sad face cat over there. You better get some dabs in you there. There we go. There's another cat in the house. There we go. What's else? What's going on? Oh, here's something interesting that's come up. There was some problems sharing the documents, the show docs this week. I have a problem with my Google. And before I can go see Mark's doctor, who lives in the bush, I need to. I'll fill you in on the rest of the show as we go. We're winging it. Stargazer update, though. You're in luck because this is a really good year for viewing the Perseid meteor shower. That's right, if you're into that sort of thing. And it comes around every year at this time. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
You didn't know this, eh?
No.
No. Every single year at this time, we get the really primo viewing opportunities to go out and watch meteors streaking across the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really, you don't need any equipment. Yeah, no, just by like laying down and watching.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
All right, well, here's more info. This week, it'll peak. It's widely considered to the best annual shooting star show you can watch all year.
Really?
You could see more meteors per minute than any other meteorite shower. This is the one in the year where you would say that it'd be worth someone's while to make an effort to see it. It starts. The best time for viewing starts on August 14th, and that's a new moon, so it'll be dark out. So if you get away from the city lights and stuff, you'll have a much better chance of seeing more meteorites per hour. Here's a couple tips for getting the best viewing possible. Now, see, this is what you want to listen to. These are the tips. Go someplace dark, obviously. If you're at the cottage camping or something like that, definitely look up. It'll be really good. Otherwise, try to get outside the city, take a little drive. That works very well also. And if you can get somewhere dark, you can expect up to 100 meteors per hour, which is pretty good. So there's a good chance of seeing a fair share. It's worth your while. They may include, and this I didn't know, some particularly bright ones known as fireballs that the Presidians are known for. I saw, I guess, one last year. I didn't really realize what it was, but it was almost like a flash bulb or a strobe went off in the sky. And I wasn't sure if what I saw was actually what I saw. I was like, did I just see that? But I was seeing some really cool, like, ones streaking across. It was really worth it. Well, of course, living in Port Alberni, it's you can see. So it wasn't last year, no, it was the year before that. But, yeah, living on the island, I just go out in my backyard. It was dark. What is this now? Here you go, yeah. If you're in an urban area like Toronto, you may only see one every hour or two. So that's the difference between being an area flooded with light or not. You can watch. If you go where it's dark, you could see up to 100 an hour, and that's worth it.
You know, when I lived on the island, Mick,
yes,
the difference is huge between when I moved to Vancouver and looked up at the sky. You barely see anything.
Yeah, you know what you see?
On the island, you see a lot.
You know what I see when I look up in the night sky here? Seagulls flying around.
Yeah, and I hear them all night,
yeah, because they're confused. It's so bright.
Yeah.
I know. The peak is expected at 4 a.m. Eastern Time or 1 a.m. Pacific Time on August 13th. So 1 o'clock in the morning on the 13th of August here in Vancouver. While you'll see the most meteors early Thursday morning, there should be an above average of them already right through August 24th. So this is something that goes on for a number of days.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's not one night only event. This is basically where the Earth is passing through a trail of dust and debris left behind from the Swift-Tuttle comet. And the reason it goes on like this for a while is because it is thicker in some spots than others as we pass through the trail. Watch after midnight, and you want to look towards Perseus and Cassiopeia, the two constellations. Meteors streak across the sky at about 60 kilometers per second. I want a car that goes that fast. Hey, fuck you, pig. Okay. NASA recommends lying with your feet pointed towards the northeast with a view of as much sky as possible. You don't need a telescope or binoculars or anything like that at all.
Just a lot of cannabis.
Well, a lot of cannabis helps because,
It always helps. That statement goes for everything.
Anyways, that's what's going on there.
You forgot one very important tip.
What's that?
Get really high.
Well, of course.
Excruciatingly.
Just gotta remind.
That's that. I thought I
just
said.
in case.
Didn't we start with that?
Not
one?
just on the roof, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, the roof's not a good thing because usually you're on the roof, you're in a light area, and you're just up.
A light on the roof?
No, if you're laying on your roof.
Yeah.
That's high, but you don't need to get high. You just need to be in a dark spot.
Right. Yes.
So
I was
climbing
say,
up
does
on the roof
elevation
is
actually
just
make any difference?
Yeah. No, you want to get out of town.
Smoke a bunch of weed is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So pack a big bag of weed, and head out to somewhere in the bush and lay on the hood of your car and check out the sky. Point to the northeast.
Lie in the field and smoke some flowers.
It's so hard in the city of Vancouver to find a place, though, like out in the bush. Even just for, the city of Vancouver is hard to find those wooded areas unless you live down by Stanley Park or something.
But this one, you don't need that. All you got to do is take a drive out towards Mount Seymour.
Yeah.
For instance, you don't
Burnaby
have to
Mountain.
go right. You don't have to go. Just get away from the city lights, light, and a ways. That's all you got to do.
Burnaby Mountain is really great for that.
Exactly. Yeah. You just got to get. You want to get away from the lights of the city. Burnaby is surrounded. The mountain's surrounded by the city lights.
You can see a lot of stars.
Like I say, it's not height.
Yeah.
You want to get away from light.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Going up doesn't make any difference.
trees
You could be
make
in a
difference.
farmer's field. As long as it's dark, you'll have a great view.
Yeah, you just need a patch out in the forest.
That's it. Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. Even a patch in the forest, pretty much. As long as you got a view of the night sky.
Do it at your grow spot. Your Opus's grow spot out in the forest.
Someone over there. I'm getting. No
microphone.
No mic. All right. No. We don't want to talk, anyways. What are we gonna do? Should we bring out our guests? Or no? Let's watch a quick video. I know. We'll do this video and then make the big announcement, and then we'll bring out our guest. How's that?
Okay.
Because it's only a 44 seconds of video.
Cool.
So if you're actually watching this video at home, you're gonna have to pay attention. It's 44 seconds, and there will be a test. So pay attention. That's the very first one.
Yeah. Oh, I put it into 2 emails here because we had to show the. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, one was just the show intro and email, and the others are everything else.
Here it is.
Okay. Pay attention. That's right. We are taking over the lounge on Election Day because it's a Monday, October 19th.
It is, yes.
So we'll be having the 420 Lifestyle Show, and the follow-up to that is we're going to stay on and give you full election coverage that night as it happens.
Yes, we are.
We're also going to be having a party here in the Cannabis Culture Lounge, 307 West Hastings that night. If you want to get in free, I've cleared it with the boss. All you have to do is take a selfie of yourself on Election Day. Obviously, it'll be the only day you can really do it. In front of a polling station. And show up and show that selfie of your, a group shot of yourself in front of a polling station, and you get into the lounge for the party free that night. So, while you're at the polls, we hope that you would maybe go in and make use of them, but we can't offer you anything for doing that, which is why we're just doing the selfie in front of the poll thing.
There's rules against that?
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
No, there's rules. So
they should. That's such a silly thing. They should really promote the idea that you get something free when you vote. People should be giving out stuff for voters. You should get a little sticker, walk into places, and get like everything paid
my
for that
vote.
day.
Yeah, that opens it right up to buy your vote, man. That's, you can't have that.
They don't tell you who to vote for.
Oh,
they just tell you who to vote.
Oh, yeah.
We have a. I'm not sure if we're allowed to comment. But.
All right. Well, anyways, we covered that. We'll be talking more about that. That's still weeks away. That's on October 19th, so we'll be continuing to show you the promo and talk more about that in the future shows coming as we find out more. And we're going to even try to have some prizes and games here in the lounge that night while we're partying, so it should be a fun night. All right, I'm going to bring in our... we do have a special guest today who actually has... I need to give her a little bit of introduction. She's a medical cannabis worker and advocate. She's also a cannabis baker. She made her debut this year as Weed Woman at Vancouver's 420 protest. She's a Bud Babe, a Hash Mob member, one of Skunk Magazine's influential Women of Weed, and she's coordinated such events as the Toronto Global Marijuana March in 2006, the Vancouver Canamed Fair in 2011, the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup in 2011, and as well as the Skunk Magazine Pure Garden to Grill Activist Retreat in 2014, last year, where I was on that one. She was also my past co-host and from the show live at Vapor Central, this one. Please welcome Tracy Curley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on out, Tracy. How you doing? Come on over and sit down.
Hello.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just going to lean out.
Hi,
and,
guys.
Hi, Tracy.
Hello. Hello, everybody in chat. Missed yous.
What's up? How you doing, Tracy Curley?
I am doing very well, Jeremiah Vandermeer. I get to hang out and visit the lovely city of Vancouver. I've never gotten to be here in August before, and I hear this is like one of the nicest summer you guys have had ever.
It's pretty decent.
It's been a little rainy in the morning the last couple of days. Well, the first day I got here, all I did was nap.
Consider yourself lucky you're there. It's been pretty hot, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to complain about hot. And I got some cool things to do while I'm here, and I got to hang out and visit you guys.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
There's ginger snaps on the table.
Yeah, that was my hint to anybody that was watching that, maybe I might be here.
The ginger might snap.
The ginger might snap. I'm, bring up something. I'll find something to get pissed off about.
Well, I was going to, as we were talking more, I was going to mention, by the way, are we going to get a ginger snaps for old time's sake?
Oh, I'm sure. Like, if you guys
show?
go through something, I'm sure, like I said, I'll find something to be
we
pissed
could
off
just go
about.
right to the old show format.
We could just go to the old show format. I think I still remember it. It hasn't been that long.
All we've done is flip the couch around. You have
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah.
And it's more comfortable.
Yeah. Although I don't know, like I think you need like a throne again, like that chair that you had. The other one, yeah.
No, Where's the good news is at Pod TV we are getting more stuff. We're expanding, getting bigger. We're building a studio.
I heard there's a lot of changes going on in the lounges from coast to coast.
Oh yeah.
Tracy.
That was part of me coming back here. I told them I had demands, and part of it was like studio, roadies.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's not working out very well yet.
Wait, I carried some stuff up today. Does that
Yes.
make me your roadie?
No, you're not a roadie. No,
All right,
no.
just checking. No, I've been keeping busy in Toronto, and as you know, things are always kind of hopping there. And I know what I could bring up. Because I haven't gotten to talk about this on a show. Yeah. I found something to snap about. I went to the Lift Cannabis Conference in Toronto.
Right. Well, that's right. There was one here as well.
There was one here, and I got to speak with Owen Smith because he was actually the one in Toronto as well. So he got to see what both of them were like. And I understand the one here in Vancouver was very dispensary based.
Yes.
And you talked a lot about the dispensaries. Well, we don't have all of those dispensaries going on in Ontario and in Toronto. So when we went to the Lift Cannabis Conference, it was very much licensed producer based. So Hydropothecary, the folks that want to do $35 a gram medical marijuana, they were there. The folks from Tweed, the folks from Peace Naturals, there were a lot of LPs there, Med Relief, a bunch of those guys. And then on the panel was Adam Greenblatt, who most of people know from St. Cannabis in Montreal. And a lot of us activists across the country and patients know who he is as well.
Good guy.
Another gentleman on the panel was from, I want to say Abercan. I have to go back, but he was one of the LPs, and he was from a pharmaceutical background, but was really wanted to make sure that medical marijuana kind of stayed more on the herbalist side. He'd already had the pharmaceutical background and knew that kind of model didn't work. They had one of the gentlemen from Tweed. They had the young student from the University of Guelph who's getting his medical marijuana covered by his healthcare plan. And they also had Dr. Daniel Schechter. And I don't know if anybody in Vancouver is
Happy 420.
Happy 420, Vancouver. Oh, my goodness. I'm not even pre-rolled, but I can fix this. Hold on, wait.
Where's the weed? She's got cookies.
I got cookies. If all else fails, I got cookies.
Don't forget about your show. We have to tell people about that, too.
I will tell them about that as well.
They're talking about it in the chat already. They're like, we love Tracy's cooking show.
It is. Hi, guys.
But so that's cool. That
Ginger
Lyft is
snap.
doing a good job.
Well, I want to talk about I asked kind of a difficult question at the conference. Because part of the challenge we're having in Toronto, which is different, I guess, in Vancouver, excuse me, I'm eating cookie,
That's okay.
is doctor access. We've all agreed that that's kind of the problem. And in Ontario, Dr. Schechter has he's a cannabinoid clinic, or cannabinoid therapy. And so he's been kind of talking a lot at these conferences about, cannabinoid therapy. He does not say medical marijuana. And what happened is, these clinics opened and we were all excited, and so started referring our patients there because people needed signatures to access LPs. What's going on, it seems to me, from my personal experience, so I don't know if other people can refute it as whatever, but from my experience being a patient advocate is I'm sending patients to him and they're getting their herbal cannabis prescriptions cut dramatically and being given prescriptions for Nabalone. So, I'm wondering, where it's really helping us at all when, the doctors that we're touting as being the marijuana doctors aren't really marijuana doctors, they're Nabalone doctors.
They're still trying to continue to, it sounds like they want to bring make a marriage of pharmaceutical into the cannabis industry and keep it dependent
this is what I'm snapping about, is he literally used the term, this is a quote, Sesame and Nabalone is a game changer for us.
I think...
fuck you.
You know what it is?
Thank you very much, because I
think they're scared.
Take the words out of my mouth.
I think these doctors are scared. And there's obviously pressures above these doctors that must be putting this down on them in a big way. Or either it's that or they're just stuck in these old weird stigmas. But it seems to me that the doctors are afraid to go on the medical side, and then this whole, all the synthetic or whatever, the ones that they actually produce from the pharmaceuticals, it's easier for them because that's part of their team's crew and their team's stuff. For a doctor to go out there on the limb and say medical marijuana and really push it forward, they probably get the looks from other doctors. It's how they're it used to be with the cops or something. It's there's a lot of internal cultural stuff.
I kind of would need someone who's more of an expert on this to kind of answer this question, but it's a question I have. Is because I heard a lot of, because, frankly, we're talking about dignified access to a lot of patients, and I don't think there's anything dignified about a doctor piss testing you automatically because you're a medical marijuana patient. There's nothing dignified about that. And what I'm hearing from people is that Nabalone and piss testing is how these doctors are managing to make money and support their clinics. And I'm like, well, how does that work? Because we're all hearing that they're not allowed to get kickbacks from medical marijuana, but are you allowed to get kickbacks from Nabalone? Is that how the clinic is staying open? Yeah. And this is all I don't know, and I'm not making.
There's a couple,
but reasons. I want to know.
There's reasons why they're doing that though, is because they're compiling data, and they need clean figures. So if they piss test, then they can say that our data is clean. That's why they're doing that, for when they get their results.
Who's doing that?
No. When the doctors are collecting data on how the patients are responding to this treatment, to keep them with using just the prescribed marijuana from the LPs plus the Sesame or Nabalone, and then they can chart your progress, and then eventually they'll be able to say, well, we've done studies, and and this is our results, and if anybody wants to come and say, well, how do you know those people weren't using other stuff? Well, we were testing and keeping track. So they have a clean. So that way they have a clean test result. Here's what I'm going to say about patients using other stuff. If you have a terminal illness, chances are you're on a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
But they're talking about prescribed, not. They want to make in this case that they're not using street pot, and that's I think what it's boiled down. They're getting their pot from the one source.
When you get chemotherapy treatments, You
Like,
know,
I don't agree with
I
it.
just I don't understand the laws, so I'd have to get somebody to
I
explain
don't
it
agree
to
with
me.
it. I think it's wrong, and I do, but I
just don't
understand
think
why
there's-
they're doing it.
I just don't think there's anything dignified about it when you're talking about patients. Like, now we need you to take in,
There isn't.
we're going to do an extra
So I'd
test
like to disagree
now.
on that because my doctor prescribes me both flower and nabalone. So she doesn't think that one or the other is going to work by itself. I need a combination. So I really think it depends on the doctor you're working with.
That's
and what's
another
wrong
part.
With you.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
But no.
That's
But
what it's for. That's why we have these extra mics out here. And thanks for using the mic and not yelling out. We appreciate
And I understand
that.
it. Like I said, I understand it in conjunction. But when it's like the thing that concerns me is that it's all of a sudden it's a dramatic drop when patients are like all of a sudden going to 0.5 gram a day prescriptions. They're like, and.
I think it's probably from doctor to doctor, but look at the College of Physicians here in British Columbia and the wacky
yeah.
rules that they come up with. It seems like the doctors just aren't there yet. And
They're not.
No.
Well, the doctors have been very clear. They don't want to be gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They just want legalization. They're in support of legalization. They don't want. They would much rather have a legal substance that they could then study.
Right.
Than have medical marijuana lead the way to legalization.
Yeah.
They
it's like Chinese herbs or something. They just don't want to have anything to do with it. If you want to use it, go for it.
But hey, if you legalize, if those Chinese herbs are legal, and we can use them in conjunction with our practice, great. Yeah. But we don't want to be the ones that take the risk. Right. And that's always been kind of the way with doctors. Like when they started the program, great, but they didn't, that reclassification in the CDSA,
right.
Doctors were sent out letters saying, don't sign those forms because you're going to be prescribing an unregulated substance and you might lose your insurance.
Yeah.
Think about how many years and how many student loans you have to go through. And then to start a practice, how much money you owe.
Well, the other side of that also
To put that all on one signature, the doctors who do sign and don't charge, I think, are the angels that we don't talk about enough. I think we glorify the doctors who charge and go, oh my God, he's such a great man, but we don't talk about the ones that are really, really there enough.
No, and that's true. But there's also a large part of healthcare that's geared towards profit-based, and that ties directly into the pharmaceutical companies. And no matter how they look at any type of herbal remedy, they want to make sure they're not out of the picture entirely, regardless of what it's being used for and whatever herbal remedy, because it's something in a natural state, and that puts them out of the picture. So they want to be part of that game all the time.
It's when we talk about natural remedies and herbal things, one of the things I find really interesting is, okay, so anybody that watched Opus Live when I was co-hosting, I was really sick last year when we were doing the show for quite a long period.
Hooked up to
Ivan, the worst boyfriend I ever had. My IV bag. Intravenous ad nauseum.
By the way, I'm going to have one of those cookies.
But, yeah. Here, have a cookie. Would you like a
those
cookie,
are
Carly
ginger
Marley?
snaps?
I would love a cookie. I love cookies.
Cookies,
Yeah, there's
ginger
no
snaps. Would
meat
you
in
like
these
a
cookies.
I would love a
snap?
ginger snap.
Ginger snap, Mr. Jeremiah Vandermeer.
Ginger with extra
Thank
snap.
you.
Extra snap. But so they put me on these horrible antibiotics. And what I was amazed because all the doctors did at first when they put me on them was say, okay, so we need you to take probiotics. You need to eat a lot of yogurt. And they recommended, like they immediately made sure that I was taking natural remedies as well. And so when we're talking about the doctors have no, it's a pharmaceutical, they know. And if they, as long as they're educated about it, I think there's hope. I really do. And along that time period in the hospital news around the same time, I see a front page that has a great big picture of a grow-op on it. On a hospital newspaper that's put across all the hospitals across the country. It's education, I think, if we stop instead of going, oh, they're not signing, and putting money into advertising maybe instead of putting on conferences to educate. That's the difference.
You brought that newspaper on the old show.
I did.
I remember that. Yep.
And I think it's education because it's knowledge is power, and I don't understand why we keep forgetting that. That's how it became for most of us patients. As soon as we learned how to start taking care of ourselves and how this all worked, knowledge was the power that changed everything.
I got to jump in there because, and it's so funny because I'm going to mention this. Knowledge is power, and look at what's gone on for the last 80 years, how they've tried desperately to suppress all knowledge about this plant. They have been nothing more. You know, they often talk about, we need to study this plant more. This is the most studied plant on the planet. And yet they keep, well, we don't know anything about it. Well, either there's nothing else to know, I mean, or you're an idiot, or you're blind. I don't know what the story is, because there's no way.
Every day you see an article come out, usually in the headlines of whatever page you go up to, that's new study shows that, again,
new study,
marijuana is good, you know?
So, I mean,
and it's the same thing again and again, but they just keep saying that.
So the point, to get past that, Tracy really covered it when she said knowledge is power. And you guys don't get it. Your power ain't yours, bucko. That's the way it works. People are we're all fooled. They don't want you to have the power. They don't want people to know what's going on. Because I tell you, if we were all hip, well, we are. And that's why legalization's coming, because they couldn't do it. They failed. The knowledge is out there now, mostly. It's just the little pockets that we got to keep hitting at.
Knowledge is power, and they're finding out, everybody's finding out the truth about the biggest lie. And the biggest lie is money does grow on trees.
Money grows on trees.
That's why legalization is coming. It's not necessarily even because of the knowledge. It's people are, the Americans, we come out.
Oh, that's it.
Hey, look, everybody talked about the Depression and everything else and the financial crisis and everything that we were coming out of and how cannabis, like alcohol, could save it. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's exactly what's happening. And
Speaking of the financial crisis, can you imagine that one of the conservative ads mentioned something about the financial crisis of 2008? Oh, who could have saw that coming? When they're talking about Justin Trudeau being not ready.
Yeah.
And then they mention the crash of 2008, and they go, and who would have saw that coming if it happens again? Like, oh, for God's sakes, everybody saw that coming. Where the hell were you people?
Yeah, and it's, I don't know. Politics is an interesting thing. In my family, we always talked about how you didn't talk about who you were going to vote for, that was your private thing, and you didn't talk about it. Well, at this point,
Jeremiah said, "Fuck that."
The one thing, and I come from, most people look at my lifestyle and go, okay, like, do you come from hippie parents, like whatever. My dad is a retired lieutenant colonel in the military. Like, I come from a very conservative household. And fuck Harper is said often in my family's house. Like my parents worked for the federal government, and they saw what he did. Like they believed in Canada, and they worked for the federal government for what they believed was the betterment of their country, and they were proud of where they worked. And then all of a sudden, my mother went to work one day, and she worked for the Harper government. And that was a much different animal. And that, the fact that, the most frightening thing I think that ever happened in, the last, few years of Harper's reign is the fact that my parents and I now agree on politics.
My father is an extreme conservative, but he even says that he thinks that the Conservatives are the best deal for Canada, which that's his gig. But even he says that Harper is the wrong guy, he calls him a cold fish.
So we've kind of just hit two different topics there. We talked a little bit about politics as well as science and cannabis, and there is definitely some politics to science. We talked about all these different studies and stuff like that. We have a bit of a problem when it comes to that. We need to have accredited studies, which is really hard. I don't know if any of you guys know about the stuff I do outside of the cannabis community, but you'll find me in the skeptics community kind of fighting pseudoscience and trying to get the proper studies brought in.
For those who don't realize who's talking right now, that's Asia Moon.
See, she skipped her introduction to
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, she's joined us here, and I actually work for Asia.
I guess I can,
the boss lady.
here.
You can thread that
snuggle.
over here.
Come
Snuggle.
Come on in and sit down and join the conversation here on the couch.
There's the H account.
You notice, by the way, there is absolutely no truth to the rumor that I only have good-looking girls on my show. You guys have seen Neil.
Wow, but Neil's pretty. In his own way.
Yes, too much of him. Right.
Oh, I missed that episode, but oh my God, I heard about that all the way in Toronto. I heard about that in the lounge, like the minute I walked into the lounge.
Apparently, Toronto was like, that was it. I killed the lounge.
So
Neil killed the lounge.
So what I wanted to finish there is, for instance, anybody know what citronella is?
Yes.
It's a bug repellent. We all know it works really
it's
well.
A plant.
We don't need any scientist to tell us that it
We know
works.
it's a plant.
Right?
Yes.
We know it works. Okay, so this also happened with DEET. Do we know that DEET came off the market and then recently came back on the market? So DEET was pulled from the market because it didn't have enough accredited studies, despite all of us knowing that DEET fucking works. Okay, so about after 5 years, the company that created DEET spent millions of dollars to get accredited studies to prove that DEET does in fact work, which we all know. So DEET was put back on the market, but citronella is now facing the same issue. So it is being pulled from the markets because it does not have enough accredited studies. We all know weed works, but we need the money to be able to prove it.
Yep.
Which is shameful because we all know, but someone needs to put up a couple $1 million and prove it. It sucks, and that's a fact. And that's the politics of pushing science and pushing medicine.
The government will only pay for studies that prove harm. So Health Canada, when they study cannabis, they are only looking for...
And they did a study. I can't remember what year it was. Rebecca Ambrose and I discussed this in Australia, and they did a study that was for recreational marijuana.
Yes.
Which proved not enough harm. So they discontinued studying it because it does not
prove harm. So that's exactly it. So they won't... The government won't pay for studies that say, like, if they could have the cure for cancer could be weed. It could be
product X.
It could be sunflower seeds.
Product X is
but
the cure
Health
for cancer.
Canada will never pay for a study to prove that it cures anything.
But when you're talking now science, which also now a little bit of law has to come into play, and when you mention harm, then there's also the harm reduction.
Of course.
That factors in. So it's not just a one-way street. It works both ways, and I think that's it complicates the issue. But again, you can't ignore that.
Of course you can't ignore that, but somebody has to come forward, unfortunately, with the money, or enough people have to join politics to enforce that money to be put where we want it to go.
Larger groups of people getting involved
will work. Until people join politics and become essentially an army within the different political rings, we're not going to get there.
Which is why this is part of why, And another thing, when you came in, you said, and politics and science, well, poli-sci, which brings us right back to the basis of this show.
And the fact of the matter is, though, is it's not just millions. It's not. Like, one of the events that I'm really fortunate to attend in Toronto is Idea City.
Idea City, yay.
And so one of the people that I've gotten to see present there is the young 15-year-old kid who came up with the paper litmus test that will early detect pancreatic, lung, and breast cancers. This test can be produced for pennies because it's a paper litmus test. But because they have to put it through all of these accredited studies.
Exactly, yeah.
And all of his trials, you have to pay for your samples for clinical trials at like $7,000 a pop. So by the time they actually get through all the trials on this litmus test, it will then cost, $10, $15, $100, $1,000 per test to early detect cancers. And 15, 20 years. It's horrifying, that's the nature of the pharmaceutical business, and what we've turned it into is a bureaucracy that's killing people. That's it. That was my little thing. And that's something.
Well, we've been
here
we go.
Bacon, right?
There's a change of topic, guys. That's how it happens right there.
The best part about this show is we don't half the time. Well, you know what? Tracy's been worked with me long enough to know that a lot of times the entire drive that this case I didn't get to share means absolutely nothing because we're completely off topic and we just get into something else, which is usually makes for a better show anyway.
Sometimes it's really my fault, and you guys all know it.
Thanks, Tracy. Here's the this is the bacon cam right now, and what you're looking at there is what is this maple?
That's
medicated candied maple candied bacon.
Yeah, marijuana maple candied bacon.
I'll let you say it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from.
Yes. We filmed. All right, so now Jeremiah wanted me to talk about this. We filmed an episode of Baked with Tracy Curley on the road edition yesterday in Opus's kitchen.
Nice.
That's what we made.
And that's what we made. Opus is going to do some editing for me so we can get an episode back up on Pot TV. There are episodes being filmed. There's a couple that we filmed already, a few being exciting ones being filmed when I get back home. But this was the cannabis-infused candied bacon. And have you got a piece yet?
For anybody,
of the bacon, no. I just had
are you going to have some? I'd try some. You're really going to miss out if you don't.
Yeah, you should really try some of
this.
this.
You really got to try some. It is
kind
absolutely delicious. Because if you got, actually, if you don't feel like pressured if you don't. I mean, I'll take it home.
He's already listen, we made 14 pieces yesterday. There's some bacon missing. I'm just saying. There's some bacon missing. There was more of this yesterday.
Please. No, I brought it for the
All right,
share.
wait a second. Ready? Hold on. Because everybody's
There's
afraid
another
to go
layer.
for it.
There's another layer. That's awesome.
All right, ladies. Are you ready?
I'm a vegetarian.
She's a vegetarian.
But I'm going to eat hers.
Here you go.
Jeremiah just said, "Lol, that's a good bacon shot." Right up there. Oh, by the way, I have another announcement. After 7 weeks, fuck that, that jab. After 7 weeks, almost, I finally got over bacon foot.
Yay! How's everyone's bacon tasting?
Since we're on the topic of bacon. What? That's all right. What's that?
Which was actually one of the reasons I kind of chose the recipe.
Don't say that while you're
Oh.
No, don't.
Please don't.
Bacon? Absolutely delicious bacon.
I wonder if chat missed me at all.
All right.
That cookie was delicious.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That was like one of probably the best ginger cookies I've had.
Thank you.
Let alone a medicated product. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. I share my recipes online and Baked with Tracy Curley. You can Google them and find them on Pot TV.
And we'll be, I'm going to
On the
be
front page.
editing some of those shows up for you there.
Yeah.
And we're going to get that Pod TV stuff rolling. Like I say, there's big changes coming to Pod TV. We're going to step it up a bit.
But I've had other, some other duties I've got to take care of before, I can get back to
Oh, no,
baking in the
totally.
kitchen.
I'm full up. I got 2 other shows I'm trying to, I got the Legal show. We're just about to bring that up. I've put a post on the 420 Lifestyle Facebook page, coming soon. A couple of announcements up there, so check those out. Keep up with the show. What's coming? That's going to be a big one where I think I said last week who our guest was, our first guest. I'd have to look it up. The topic's going to be David Malmo's new lawyer. I believe he's also the lawyer who actually is handling the Terry La Liberté. That's who it is. Who's handling? He also is handling the hookah lounge case.
Okay,
I
that's
believe.
great. So the lounges and everything else.
Yeah.
But I know they've been fighting for a while.
And so he's going to be speaking about what to do in an arrest when you're arrested.
Oh, perfect. Yes, what you're
Yes,
supposed
that'll
to do.
be our first topic. So I haven't got it set up yet, but there will be a email address, so I'll be taking your questions in advance, a week ahead of time. On this show, we'll let you know where to send those, and we'll pick a few out of that to ask Terry on the show.
Awesome. Well,
so that's how that's going to work.
I know, like we usually format.
It's going to be a recorded show.
Is you have a bunch of videos to play, and I know you have a couple of other guests coming up after us.
I do have other people coming, and I'm hoping they're coming. We're waiting for them to show. So
okay,
we'll see.
Awesome.
All right, so you're going to step out.
Yeah, it was fun being back.
I know you probably need to go have a smoke.
Yeah, of course I do. You guys know me.
Which is like there is the green. You know where the green room is.
I know where the green room is.
Out
We'll find
back.
it. We'll find it. All right.
All right. Thanks, Tracy.
No worries.
Appreciate you coming on.
You guys have a good
and
show.
We'll
so
talk
am I coming
more.
with you, Tracy?
We've actually been out to
I'm
dinner
coming
a
with you?
few
Okay.
times, and
Yeah.
it's been awesome. It's you're lucky, man. There's like what 2 trips out here already this year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go, hang out in the audience for a little while, watch the rest of the show.
Check it out.
Check out
Lots
your,
of people there. Hey.
check out your internationally
More happy
famous
cats?
guests.
More happy cats with a medicinal shirt on, Michelle.
Nice. Very
All
cool.
right. Hey, Jade. Jade Riz just has popped in.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so-
Tracy.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the bacon.
Will.
Share the bacon.
Oh, the bacon's going to be, enjoyed. Hey, Jade. Oh, Jade. I have a piece of the medicated candied bacon. Dig in, have a piece. And Jeremiah, if you could do me, excuse me.
Oh my God, Tracy, this looks so
If you could bring up that's that ginger snap. Yeah, I need a video. I need the second from the bottom, the real Stephen Harper exposed, unseen interview bloopers. Exposed. Second from the bottom in bold. All right. This thing has been out. This is actually not new. This came out, I believe, almost a couple years ago. But it's so cool because I hadn't even seen it in a long time, and I was looking at videos, and there's that one. I haven't seen that in a while. And I watched it again, and this is probably one of the most damaging videos I think that could be played right now. And the best part is, if the opposition parties, if the NDP and the Liberals were smart, they would jump on this piece of video. It's a minute and 56 seconds. And they would be taking chunks of this and hammering it out there so fast. This is such a priceless.
I like how you said if they were smart. Yeah. That's the big problem.
The key word here. Yes. Well, you have to read between the lines.
There is a lot of time before
I know.
the election date, though, so it gives them a lot of time.
This is something that we were talking about earlier, Tracy and I, and also there was an article recently I read where the Liberals and the NDP had enough money budgeted for this long of a campaign, and they had everything was in their ducks in a row. Harper went, I'll just add this much on to it because okay. So they're like saying
they have to raise more money.
But if I was a Liberal camper, I'd say, well, it's not a big problem. We'll just let him blow all the money he wants between now and here, and where the normal campaign we'll start sticking to our budget and our plan. Hold the line, stick to your plan, because also in this, while there's all that much time to attack ads and do all these things, there's also that much time to put your foot in your mouth and then replace it with the other one.
That's very true.
Okay.
That's why Harper never says anything, though. He keeps silent nearly all the time.
I realize that, but there's anybody around him speaks. For instance, that one minister got the CPC Jesus tag. Someone else spoke. It was a Harper Netflix. I mean, the hashtags, the people are just ripping this guy everywhere you go. I mean, he checks into a hotel and they have Hell's Angels hanging, and and the media was like, "Oh, extra security needed. Hell's Angels check in the same hotel as Stephen Harper," and I was like, "You idiots! They were the extra security."
What is this, a Rolling Stone concert?
They don't want to see that guy go down, man. He's their bread and butter ticket. We're gonna have no intention of keeping marijuana illegal. Hell's Angels are like, yo, dude, he's got our vote. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was so hilarious though that they actually, when they left in the morning, they had to pull the buses around back because they didn't want any news shots taken where with Hell's Angels and the Stephen Harper's campaign bus with his shit plastered all over it in the background. That was why. They was like, we can't even be seen in the same parking lot as those guys. It was like that.
Probably smart of them.
Oh yeah, that was
good photo op though.
Oh, what? And then the Angels weren't even aware. They said, "Oh, we knew Laureen Harper was here, but we didn't know that he was here." There was a quote in there from one of the members.
Yeah. Unrelated business.
Anyways, I've gone on enough about that. Check this this video out, and yeah, it's a goodie. It's an oldie and a great one. We're gonna have to play this like a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thanks very much.
In times like these, we can't lose sight of what's important. It's important as a nation that we don't spend beyond our means. It's important our communities are safe and secure. It's important to help you save money so you can own a home, send your kids to school, and have enough left to retire on. Most of all, sorry, we blew it. This isn't the time for untested theories or risky schemes. It's the time for certainty. Sorry, I said schemes. This isn't the time for untested theories or risky themes. I did it again. Schemes. Theories, themes. Theories, schemes. Risky schemes. Risky schemes or risky schemes. It's not a great risky schemes. It's an occasion to take a break from our busy lives and appreciate that family and friends mean everything. We'll sit down to meals prepared with a little special... Il commence à jouer du piano, de la guitare, et je l'accompagne du piano. Et I don't know, it's not working for me.
Oui, mais la première partie est excellente.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to have to decide whether we're scripting it. If we can do a script. You want to do a script? We'll do a script. Okay. We need to be certain that the government is living within its means. That when we raise taxes, or, sorry, I want to say the words raise taxes, and keep us moving towards the future. And that's what we want to be able to do when this election is over. Is that what you want?
Yeah, perfect. That's great.
Yeah, the guy can't even do it with the script. But he sure couldn't do it without one. And it was funny, and off camera, Jared said to me, oh, I don't know, it kind of makes him look too human. And I went, yeah, like a liar. You know, and that's, you know, maybe that's part of the problem is you kind of almost look at the guy like he's a robot, and people think, if he was just realized he's just a lying little punk.
That's why he doesn't answer any questions. Right there. That's why he doesn't answer any questions.
Well, yeah. I think he recently got hammered for a few questions, and he looked, or at the debate, he looked really nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't answered any in years.
No.
He did, or when they came out, he said, what was it, 5 questions when he announced the election, and that's the most that anybody's been able to ask him in years.
Yeah. Holy shit. I think our other guests are here.
Where?
I heard something. I heard something in the...
whooshing sound?
I don't know. Oh, it's the torch.
Oh,
that was the sound you're hearing, you fucking moron. Sound I heard. Oh. All right.
Must be.
Let's just quickly watch this NDP campaign ad.
Oh, NDP campaign ad?
Yeah, it was right above the one we just played. Because I'm gonna do a dab, and Carly's dabbing. So
promised to clean up Liberal corruption and mismanagement.
Go ahead.
Stephen Harper promised to clean up Liberal corruption and mismanagement. Let's look at the record. Misleading voters. Election fraud. Breach of trust. Illegal lobbying. Misleading voters. Illegal campaign contributions, bribery, misuse of funds for housing, misuse of funds for expenses, 1/3 of the Senate under RCMP investigation, and Stephen Harper's ethics spokesperson sent to jail. Have you had enough? It's time for change in Ottawa.
Hi. We are back. We are back, still dabbing.
What are you hitting over there?
I'm hitting the Rockstar Sugar Wax that we were smoking from Kind Selections on Friday. Mik Mann, what are you smoking?
I have watermelon shatter from Three Happy Cats.
You know, I tried some of that earlier, but I can't remember it now that I've been smoking something else.
You need to do some more.
I think I would maybe need to try it. Maybe
try some more.
I want one.
I want.
Dab yet.
I
need dabs.
Here, and I will
I'm
dab
pretty
you,
sure.
dear
Yeah,
Mara.
you can come up here and have a quick dab, and I will go through the countdown calendar while you do that, and then I think we'll check to see if our guests are back there. I'm not quite. We're still waiting because
Sorry.
this show is all about drugs.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about a lot of things.
On the countdown calendar, August 14th, Green Dreams Retreat and Vapor Lounge grand opening at 953877 Highway 569 in Thomastown, Ontario. New Vapor Lounge in Ontario opening up, Thomastown. Now, 3 events at the Niagara Cannabis Club on August 13th. Learn to Grow Night. August 14th, they're having karaoke. Karaoke and game night. And the Homegrown Festival informational session and pig roast is going on there as well.
And pig roast, I like that.
And pig roast. That's 108 Hartzell Road in St. Catharines, Ontario.
They should attach pig roast to everything.
Pig roast and pig roast.
Yeah, it's like city council meeting and pig roast.
And pig roast. I love it. Okay, August 20th, Neil Magnuson's next court date, 222 Main Street, Vancouver, 8:30 in the morning. August 22nd, Noir Fetish Ball at Club 8x6 in Vancouver. See the Facebook page for more info. On September 2nd, you know what we need is we need background music for this list all the time.
That old school advertising music.
Yeah. September 2nd, and I will be there at the 20 Years of Hempology 101, 7 o'clock, Victoria City Hall on Vancouver Island. That's right. And we'll be marching to the ledge and, planting weed in the lawn or something. All right. Yeah, I know. September 4th is the second annual Thomastown Cannabis Fest 2015, September 4th through September 7th. And that again is at 953877 Highway 569, Thomastown, Ontario. September 19th, the 31st annual Port Alberni Toy Run, 10 a.m., Little Qualicum Falls. Woohoo! Have a good one, guys. October 2nd, the 5th annual Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And then the last thing on the list is October 16th, 17th, and 18th, the Karma Cup, Toronto, Canada. karmacup.com or check Facebook page for more information. And I may even have someone from the Karma Cup on next week's show.
I heard Sarah Sunday is going to be in town.
I talked to her. She said yes. We'll see. Hopefully she'll come on the show. All right. Our guests are here now. We have guests. Actually, superheroes are coming into the Situation Room here at Pot TV in the lounge. 2 of them. Oh, my God. Look at this. There are duos. Come on in and bring it up. We have Weed Woman Australia and Weed Woman Canada. Yeehaw! Welcome to the 420 Lifestyle Show. What's happening?
Thank you.
Grab a mic. Can you give the other mic over here? Wow. You know it's going to be a big show. We have 4 mics up. We have all the microphones in play. So, girls, how's it going?
It's going great.
Nice costumes.
Thank you.
I love it. I love
Wonderful. Fantastic studio.
like
I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh, isn't it amazing? You were here at 420.
I was here at 420. I'm back in Vancouver.
You're back? Yeah. So.
I'm getting ready to take a road trip with my partner woman in weed here from
That's
Australia.
right. We're going to find Weed Woman America, who's Adela Falk. She does POW for America, and she's just currently getting POW Canada started, which is a mail service to those that are in prison for pot crimes to have communication with the outside world, and
like a pen pal type of
essentially
sort of type of thing. Yeah, nice.
Just really fun. Yeah. Really
What
nice.
Is there an acronym PAL?
I'm not sure what the acronym is, but I know it is something. When we see her, we'll certainly
Prisoner
get
something.
Something like that. Something amazing. I think it's prisoners of weed.
Prisoners of
There we go.
Prisoners of weed.
I got it.
How to have that. Australia's a long trip, so I think you just had to jog the memory.
That's funny. I'm actually Canadian, and notice the accent, not Australian at all. But I have.
Well, you have an Australian flag. You're wearing an Australian flag.
Yes, you were actually in Australia with Opus.
I was, for an entire month. It was awesome.
Yep. And then recently went back.
I did, to go to Mardi Gras.
You were at Mardi Gras at Nimbin?
Yeah, I spoke with Rebecca Ambrose on cannabis law reform in Canada, and then I also spoke about how to make medicine at home with 3 Happy Cats. And then I also did a Wee Women presentation with Mark Ingram, who is the illustrator of our comic book.
And actually, since... we could have used the bud cam, too. And I also like to point out that there is on the 3 Happy Cats YouTube channel, you could the premises. So
they were smoking pot outside for sure. They were listening to Bob Marley. They're very peaceful.
Well, no, that's cool. That's cool. No, I was hoping that they would be respectful. Yeah, sounds like they were good.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm really surprised that you think it's be surprised it's the who's who of people in here today. I mean. It's weed women. We know high people in places.
We know high people in places. This is true. Yes. And we're in places.
We're in places.
We're in a lot of places.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
You said, can I smoke your mask?
Can I smoke? I don't know if I would smoke these masks. They're from California.
Not till they're cured.
They're made from leather, actually, and they're hand-painted, which is pretty cool.
I'm really not sure what the CBD count on this one is.
But,
probably up there.
You mentioned Who's Who in the House. We have a different magazine here as well, which was the issue not previous to this one, but the one before that. And Jade Rich is also here, which is one of the most influential women of weed.
Yep.
She's right over here.
Yes.
That's right.
There's a couple
and
of us
another
ladies
happy
in the house.
Cat.
Yeah, another happy cat, that's for sure.
Yeah, we can't talk.
There's no microphone, but there was supposed to be another story in here as well, written by Jade, who also writes for 12 High Chicks.
You're welcome to grab the mic, though, Jade.
I think are we at max mics?
Pardon?
I think we're at max. Yeah,
we're out on mics, but we can
4.
pass one over here. Well, we can share a mic too. Not a problem.
But yes, we're influenced. Fine. I was trying to keep it a secret, but all right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, guys.
Oh,
me.
no.
No way.
I'm shocked.
I can't believe
it's you. The article
Cookie
in
Girl.
Skunk Magazine kind of gives
Oh, no, wait. Curly Girl. Excuse me.
Yeah, it gives it away for me, too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
A curly cookie girl.
They're not shattered at all. He totally knew.
No, I know.
You couldn't tell by the giant white rabbit tattoo on my arm.
Breaking news on the
tattoo. I don't know anybody else with the 3 Happy Cats tattoo.
Oh my God! Breaking news on the
I
420
can
Lifestyle
hide.
Show.
Right,
Superheroes unmasked.
Let's just be honest. I can't hide anywhere with my laugh. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah,
we're busted.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Here's one I think you'll Tracy. I really want to. You have your bag with you.
Yes.
Your tote bag.
I do. I don't have the one that you actually sent me, but I do have one with me.
I know. Yeah,
I do.
I do. You'll probably want to just bring that out because I just want to mention this story.
Okay.
Very quickly.
Tote bag story.
Yeah. Oh well, this is a good one. And yeah. Because I figure while she's here, we might as well have a look at her tote bag too. But there's 2 Toronto-based artists that have created these tote bags that basically just say, what does it say? Hang on. Where is it? Do you remember what?
My prime minister embarrasses me.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I wanted to make sure I get the rating just right. My prime minister embarrasses me is written on these tote bags. Well, apparently they've sold out. They only made 50. So they were just, like, making a statement. They're just protesters. They're not business people. And then, but it's picking up on.
That again.
Yeah, but it's picked up. Yeah, they made more, and it's picked up on CBC. It's become a national news story. Yeah. So, where's Tracy showed your bag, though? I love this, too. This is another goodie.
This is my favorite bag ever, and it's actually lasted quite a while. I spent like $20-some-odd on it at the Toronto Gay Pride a few years ago. If anybody knows who the Phelps family is, the Westboro Baptist Church, the people that, protest at funerals and movie premieres and all kinds of crazy stuff. I found this bag at Toronto Pride. God hates bags.
I think it's priceless.
Which I love because it takes a really hateful protest sign and makes it into something fun and ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
Completely ridiculous.
And the whole concept protest line is ridiculous.
And as much as I would hate to ever be anywhere near where the Westboro Baptist Church is protesting, I kind of somehow want to end up at a place where the Westboro Baptist Church is protesting just so I can show up with this bag.
And just stand around.
I would probably stand around with a ridiculous protest sign, insulting them at the same time, and trying to pretend I belonged with them. Sure. I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith. They've protested his films, and they've gone out and protested the protests, like stood with these crazy people, and like held these up.
I've seen those.
Have you seen that great picture with Jesus? And there's all these people have these pictures saying, God hates.
Yeah.
And Jesus has a sign. I'm not with these guys. Yeah. It's so good. It was the first time where I was like, actually, Jesus is pretty awesome right now.
That would be a job. Yeah. That would be a job for the Barth.
That's good. I like
that. Get Russell in his Jesus suit to go, oh, Westboro's coming. We need you, Russell.
Yeah. And stuff. You can get them printed. But, yeah, little things like this. It's like little alternate forms of protest against, this one's against hate. That one's, and so's the one against Harper. So yeah, it's the
comments were like, where do I get 500? Actually, a friend of ours, Sandra, even commented after that, was like, yeah, I know, right?
Use them to go get your groceries. When you go to the farmer's market, use those as your grocery bags, your own little form of protest.
Event, first date, to the beach, everywhere you go.
Wrap your Christmas presents in them.
Can you imagine you get on a bus and you go, wow, everybody's got the same bag, and you go, what, is there an event? And people are all like, no. Just normal day. It's just my bag,
Stephen Harper's our prime minister.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
He makes us carry these bags.
You need to come in the conservative colors, I think.
Yeah, conservative colors would be really good.
I think it is.
Well, they were conservative. It was white with blue writing. Yeah, it was like a hemp color, but with like a conservative blue writing, and
good.
The font wasn't close enough. They needed to make it more close. They could have done a better job with that.
Well, you kind of have to, as some of our friends have learned, sometimes you have to be a little concerned about copyright and trademark infringement and such when printing political, satirical type products.
Like Russell took the conservative logo and took the red maple leaf out of the center and added the swastika. Yeah. And if they want to lay claim, hey, you're taking our logo, so that's yours. Really? Let's go to court. I'm calling my lawyer and the media, but not in that order.
Well, that didn't belong to them in the first place.
No, that's what that's what I'm saying. Yep. That's yours? Oops. You want to sue me on that one and lay claim to that? The swastika?
Yeah.
As your political logo? Yeah, okay.
That's terrible.
I'm eating more bacon.
You know what we should do?
I know that bacon looks so good.
It's after 5. Did you realize we've gone after 5? Did you know what happens at 5 o'clock? After 5 o'clock?
I've been smoking a lot of marijuana today. You tell me.
We give marijuana away.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
All right. It's that time. So if you're...
and cookies.
Oh, you know what I need? I need scales. Hang on.
There's cookies away.
Look, scales. Who wants to win weed? Somebody in chat?
Yeah.
Joy.
Ready? Go.
Good luck.
Well.
So you need to have a Canadian mailing address if you want to get involved in this giveaway. And one guess only. And that's how it works for you folks at home. And today we're going to guess. I'll put it up on the bud cam for you folks. Oops. Hang on a minute. Just having a little scale talk. Scale back talk. You know what kind of weed this is?
Love potion.
Love potion. Nice. Does it look good on the bud cam?
It's a sativa dominant.
It is a sativa dominant. It's actually one of my more favorite sativas, or has been. It's been around for a long time.
It's a good strain.
Yeah. It actually was the first Canadian strain came out of Canada that took a cannabis cup in Amsterdam.
I gave it to a couple.
You know who
on their
I
wedding
just
night.
wish it wasn't the person who it is who was behind it. It was Reefer Man Seeds.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are all guessing. I'm going to throw it on the scale. As soon as I tear it there. Hang on. Okay, so do you want to shut off? Jer, how many people in chat today? What's going on?
Hi.
All right.
Let's get.
All right.
Everything from 1.3 on the low end to 6.3 on the high end.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it because the music in my head is I can't get rid of that song. So we'll call it. And the actual weight is on. You got the bud cam up?
Yep.
All right. 3.8. Who's today's winner?
We had a 3.4.
That's close.
That's what I was going to guess.
That's closer.
That's closer. I think it was 3.5. Joy, for the one who said she
Oh, see?
Nice.
There you go.
Believe it,
Had
be
a
it.
goal and she
Congratulations. Look at that. You won. So, Joy, congrats, and send me your mailing info to Opus Farms, OPUSPHARMS, and that's at gmail.com, and I will see that gets sent to you. And that's from our sponsors, 3 Happy Cats. That's right, your perfect provider. So check them out at 3happycats.biz.
So you
Because
guys.
it's bizzin'.
What did Killer Beat ask? What exactly did they win? Can you tell us exactly how much or what it is?
No, I can't. It's marijuana. They win something. They get mail. They get free
They
weed
get
in the mail.
something.
They get free weed in the mail is what they get. It's usually something that's selected by the hard-working, trained individuals behind the scenes at 3 Happy Cats, your perfect provider. I'm sure we have all kinds of scientific equipment that is being utilized by some of the most intelligent minds in British Columbia, high in our palatial penthouse studios.
Opus has been eating a lot of bacon today.
has been.
But what I was going to say, because you guys are in chat and you can't actually taste it. So, the redhead, the ginger snap thing, that recipe right there is basically my proof is that no matter how crazy I get, I'm going to make somebody a great mistress someday. Doesn't matter. That recipe right there, that's the winner.
I would like to clarify, though, that from Three Happy Cats, if they don't have a license, we're going to send them like a medtainer and some papers and stuff. But if they do, then we'll send them pot.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good clarification.
Yes,
Great.
very important clarification.
Just so we're clear. Yeah. Perfect.
Right. I forgot you're a different sponsor than what we had at
Yes.
Vapor Central.
Yes. You see, it's the bacon and the redhead. He's going
Lots
back in
of
time.
bacon. Yeah, he's going
Going
back.
back in time.
I'm going back in time.
'Cause look, there's another layer.
Oh my gosh. that's terrible.
It's like magic.
That's terrible.
I looked over and I see someone smile at me like, bacon?
Why did you do that?
Help yourself.
We did it yesterday.
Very.
Okay.
That's what I was doing when you were texting me. Enjoy.
Let's watch another video and get higher.
Yeah.
Let's get higher.
I know. Let's watch. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Because of what time it is, we should watch today's music video. That's the Overwork GoPro one. Whenever you're, this is 4 minutes. It's a short vid. I don't know. It's a GoPro vid and that's the one of the day. And we have some more, but we'll just play this for now. And it's our music vid. Check it out.
Let them play their music vid. We're going to go on a mission to end prohibition.
And you guys, are you going to continue your mission to end prohibition?
Yes.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck on that.
Next
mission.
up, Weed Woman USA.
And keep us informed. And we'll do our best to inform everybody else.
Perfect.
Right here on Pod TV. Yay!
All right, grab that for me.
All right. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. I'm gonna.
shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
We just actually both got sat down. What? Oh, hello, we're back. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, we were all like, oh yeah, taking our break here on the video, and the next thing you know, it's like, what? We're back. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah.
I have no idea. What? Oh, this is a show? What? Bacon. Take a dab. Have a dab.
That's always a good.
There you go. You dab. I will find another story that I was probably going to discuss. Because I got all kinds of stuff in here. Now Magazine has a good article out. Who owns Stephen Harper? As the renowned Republican backroom operator Mark Hanna noted back in the late 19th century, there are two things that matter in politics. One is money, and I can't remember the other. It's a famous saying. And it's been proved recently, as anybody who follows politics, and when the Koch brothers in the United States recently bought the congressional vote, they raised $290 million from America's mega rich to win control of Congress. And they're now raising a further $889 million to buy the Oval Office bid.
That's it?
That's yeah, well, they'll pick that up tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and they only had to ask 3 guys. Yeah. Here, obviously in Canada, we have, different rules, and there's more restrictions about money in politics, but the Boy Scout aura surrounding our election financing laws appears to have lulled us all into a bit of a coma. We mentioned money before. We came up in the show. We're talking conservatives, the early call. Wow. I can't wait for the soundproof booth. Oh, God. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. So we're in a coma. I am. Working on the bacon coma. So anyways, there's 2 pressing questions we should be consider talking about with the election coming up. And that's what is the role of money in our politics, and that doesn't get any media attention, it seems. And who owns Stephen Harper? Straightforward question about the identity of the secret donors who paid the bill for Harper's rise to power, first as leader of the Canadian Alliance, then as the Conservative parties. Donors contributed more than $2 million to the Prime Minister's 2 leadership bids, but the identities of some of the major donors have never been publicly disclosed, according to the Ottawa-based corporate responsibility advocacy group, Democracy Watch. And that's a really good group, by the way. So basically, to this day, 10 years, nobody knows who's financing this guy. Unless, of course, you want to guess that it might be the oil industry. But, that would mean, they'd be pushing pipelines and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they'd want to do shit like that. So, that's just a guess. But this group notes there's been nothing illegal about the donations under the laws at the time. Why would they write that in an article? Of the time. So because the laws have changed. All right. But anyone who believes that those secret donors don't have a favored place in Harper's heart, such as it is, probably also believes that Mike Duffy has always lived in a little cottage in PEI. In 2002, the Canadian Alliance leadership race, Harper disclosed some of his donors but kept secret 10 of the major ones. So there's 10 people out there that we don't know about. The list of donors to the Conservative Party leadership race 2 years later was at one point posted on the party's website, but has since been removed. At the time, those races, it was legal for leadership contenders to have unlimited donations from corporations, including foreign-owned businesses that operated in Canada. Those are really fucking loose financial rules about raising money. Obviously, and it highly favors big business.
Yeah.
Unlimited? There's no legal requirement for disclosure. They argued that Harper should divulge the names of his donors for the same reasons of ethics and transparency that he so loudly trumpeted in his first election campaign. What the fuck? If Harper's early leadership bids were significantly bankrolled by, for instance, the Koch brothers, who are among the largest leaseholders of Alberta tar sands and therefore have a huge financial stake in preventing Canada from limiting greenhouse gas emissions, or what about radical policy departures in areas like energy, the environment, and Middle East? Largely influenced by if it's been maybe influenced by large donors, like we don't know. Yeah. We don't know what's going on. Because guarantee that's what's going on. It's about the money. We talked about, it's funny how all this shit ties in. And that's the science of politics. Because, my boss is over there. Because there is this, that was for Asia, but yeah, the science of politics. That's why they call it political science.
Yep.
That's what it is. Talking about, it's not always just about inventions and, meteors and shit like that.
It's mostly about meteors to me.
Mostly about meteors.
Just meteors, that's all I care about.
To me, it's all about, alchemy. The science of alchemy.
That's a subject I like as well.
I want to learn how to make, I've already learned how to take, plant matter and make that into gold. That's I know.
How it works, yeah. Weed alchemy.
Weed alchemy. Well, no, there's even cellulose alchemy, where you can take that and turn it into liquor, and that's like gold, can turn that into gold.
Very true.
The science of alchemy. That's right. There's all kinds of tricks. You just have to know not to get caught. That's another science in itself. That's what we should have one day. We should just do a show, and whole show just talk about ways to not get caught at doing things.
I like it. It could be a good follow-up show to what to do when you get arrested. What to do if you get arrested. Here's ways that you can be sneaky
that's
to
a
not
different
get
show. That's a different show. There's no weed on that show. That show is going to be a non-weed show. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. Don't worry, that's like one of those.
Follow-up,
that's the kind of show on normal television where they probably baked in the back room before they went on.
Yeah.
But they never have smoking dope on the show or talk about smoking dope on the show. That's that kind of show. Yeah, that's for sure. This is an excellent GoPro movie, especially if you're a downhill bicycle enthusiast. It's the the lower A line train. That one. This is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. A couple different guys, a bunch of guys riding down the ski hill trails on their mountain bikes. And look, I've done this before, and it's super fun.
Yeah, BC's a good place for that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
All right, here it is.
The reason I almost worked, had enough time to choke back another piece of great bacon. I didn't have to choke it back, just have to. It's like candied, so it's sticky and it's chewy and delicious and addictive. One more. So we're pounding it back. I'd like to add, it's I don't think we covered this earlier, or maybe we did, but in case. Tracy was telling me when we were making it that it's not the strongest kind of sort of thing. It's like something you add to something. Like if you were making like a medicated fudge, so you could have like a bacon walnut fudge. So you could have medicated bacon, medicated, double medication, medicated bacon.
Nice.
Yeah. So, or you can eat like a slab.
Few pieces with breakfast, Tracy said.
A few pieces for breakfast, yeah.
Well, it's fitting if it's bacon. Put it in a breakfast burrito. French toast. Little maple syrup on top.
That sounds good.
You could do, yeah. No, it's delicious.
Infused French toast. Is that done? Tracy's shaking her head yes.
Yeah. I'll get that video up as soon as I can on Pod TV. That's gonna be, yeah. So and that way, I'll have like, hey, if you'd like to guest on my show, make some of this. Go watch this video. Make this recipe. Come down to the show, and I'll grade it live on the 420 Lifestyle Show. And that way, I get like free medicated candied bacon.
There you go.
We call it the Bacon Show. This bacon foot's going somewhere.
Very popular. This is Bacon TV.
See, this is the one reason he does miss me as co-host, because it was pretty much baked goods every week.
Yeah, true enough. This is true.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't you kill him with a tray of fudge one time completely?
There were a number of fudge attempts, and what I thought was really interesting is he'd start the attempt, and then he'd give up, and he'd give a bunch of it away. And then he's like, well, no. We need to do it again because, like that kid's like, we got to do it again because I wasn't ready. Let's do it again. I think I went through like a giant bag of cookies and 2 trays of fudge before I went, all right, buddy, that's it. You lost. Just you were fudged. That's all there is to it.
I was Tracy fudged.
Yep. It's fun sometimes.
Yeah. The problem was
Fudged
it's just too hard to eat that much fudge, period. Never mind
That's
medicated.
a lot of fudge.
This is like a big sugar kill. Yeah.
I was close to a coma just sitting beside him trying to watch him eat it. I was just like, And I'm a diabetic. It's like, and that's one of the things. It's like I cover everything. I cover things in sugar. I make diabetic-friendly stuff. Some of it I can't. It just doesn't translate. The recipes don't translate the same way I wish they would. But I do make healthier stuff, but that's the stuff that never moves, right? But, it's that whole Mary Poppins thing. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So I can't eat any of the sugar. I ate some bacon today because I'm traveling, and so yay me. I get to break my diet a little bit, but... yeah, I like to vicariously give all the sugar I can't eat to the rest of you.
Aww.
Well, yeah. Tracy, it's delicious, so thank you.
Yeah, I used to...
For sharing that, because it is, you do a great job.
Thank you. Funnily enough, I used to have an ex that used to call me Sugar. He thought it was hilarious to call his diabetic girlfriend Sugar. Yeah, he just thought it was... Yep. The things that, amuse you.
Kryptonite.
Right on.
You're back.
Huh?
I had her camera on over there.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Hey, what?
Bacon. You were looking at your lovely mug the whole time?
No, I was
got the handy cam.
I was actually just kind of gapping out. I think I got hit with some, I don't know.
He's baconed out?
Edibles.
Baconed out. I only had
He's got bacon eyelids right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a little high. That's true. No, I'm looking at the time, and I'm like trying to figure out the where to go at the end to end up the show.
What time is it?
It's 5:40. It's 20 to 5 or 20 to 6.
Time is flying today.
We're having
Well,
so much
it's
fun.
flying because the superheroes were here, and I think they
That's
were
true.
like speeding up time.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Just
They were
that
spinning the
high.
Earth faster around the sun and
Yeah,
everything.
we all seen the comic books. We all read them.
It's like
Yes,
the
you know how it
Superman
works.
movie.
Like the Flash running around the world fast, opposite direction.
I don't know. That cookie really helped me slow down more than anything, I would say.
Or we just sort of gapped out and like,
Yeah.
holy shit, look at the time. That's probably
What
what
was
it
he
was.
talking about
Tomorrow,
this
dude.
Superheroes, it was just like stoner shit.
Wake and bacon, says 28 dabs later.
Wake and bacon. I
Wake
like
and
it.
bacon.
Bacon.
That's right. No shit. All right. Well, a couple quick stories more about the election because, and there's still lots of time on, as we were saying, during the election for all kinds of foot in mouth disease, fall downstairs, puke behind the podium, piss your pants, kind of embarrassing situations. And we're hoping
happens
Harper
every
gives
year.
us a whole shit ton.
Oh, please.
Please do us a favor. And, yeah. So, anyhow, Green Party leader Elizabeth May, who doesn't mince words, thank you very much. I thought she was pretty good. She's getting some headlines now. It said here that this is in the Huff Post. She's clearly no fan of the concentration of power in the Prime Minister's office, the PMO, and we've discussed that a few times. About the seat of power and how things in, Ottawa actually work. And she basically was making waves by using some colorful language. So I imagine those are primary colors. I'm not sure. But that was in Nanaimo.
What colors?
At a town hall meeting last week when she was describing government staffers in the PMO. According to the Metro's Luke Simcoe, May called the Prime Minister's office a $10 million a year partisan operation filled with ruthless, cutthroat psychopaths.
Ooh, that's colorful.
Those are more than primary colors.
Sounds pretty blue to me.
I thought she was calling Stephen Harper a motherfucker or something. Somebody got her on microphone.
Good.
That would have been cutthroat.
Imagine if she did, and then all of her votes just went through.
Really?
She later
See,
explained to the Metro that the comment was
She had
made
was
in
nothing.
jest. No, you don't call someone a cutthroat psychopath in jest, but did not back down from what she sees as an attitude in the PMO that puts the interest of the party in charge ahead of Canadians. And she quoted as saying, "The staff at the PMO have no allegiance to anything other than getting the Conservative Party reelected. And they feel entitled to tear strips off bureaucrats at all levels of the system." She also said it completely offends the principle of parliamentary democracy, end quote. So this is not the first time she's opened up about the problems she sees at the PMO. Last year, she mentioned she had a memorable exchange in question period with Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird shortly after she called the PMO an invention, a partisan fortress, and the least accountable place funded by the taxpayers.
Yeah.
Which basically is dead spot on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's dead on. That's what it is.
And the psychopaths part is spot on too.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
She
I don't
missed,
think that's colorful
she's
enough.
missed some parts, like
Yeah.
the criminal, ruthless criminal cutthroat psychopath is what they actually. Come
That's why
on.
she's back in town a little
Merciless.
bit, 'cause she forgot parts of it.
Oh, that okay. If she added that, it wouldn't have been in jest.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
I'm trying to
think
She
of how
wanted
she
to
said
keep
it.
that. Oh well, I was kidding.
She's like, a
Yeah.
couple of cutthroat psychopaths.
Ruthless cutthroat psychopaths. Oh, I was just kidding. It's an election. That's how it is. We just kid around.
That's like Donald
that.
Trump. Donald Trump's recent gaffes. He's trying to claim he didn't say, but he said like a whole bunch of really offensive
Oh,
things.
he's a racist prick.
Oh, and a misogynist.
Oh yeah, no, that guy.
He's so brutal.
And he has no idea how to apply makeup.
Yeah, he's
I
all
saw a
orange.
comment.
You saw
I saw a comment the other day that said it looks like Donald Trump's. Looked like someone tried to use the blur tool in Photoshop on Donald Trump's hair. And if you look at a picture of him, it's so true.
I saw a meme that said, well, we had our first black president with Obama, and now we'll have our first orange
president. I saw that one. I know.
He's very orange.
Oh, it's funny.
No, he's brutal. But it's, it's like the Rob Ford thing. People will probably vote for him anyways. It's a spectacle.
Well, that's just the... it's like my dad, defending Stephen Harper on the basis of, but who else? Like, thinking it's inconceivable to have Mulcair or Trudeau run the country in his eyes, but from the businessman's point of view. So anybody who's in business, if you're into the stock market or any of that kind of shit, it's basically it's not that you like Harper. You probably hate the guy to death, but it's that party that they want to see continue because of their principles and the way they run things.
That's all a bunch of bullshit,
but
though.
That's the truth.
The parties aren't that much different. Like, as if Justin's going to get in there and actually change the economic system at all. No way. He's a neoliberal scumbag, just like Harper is.
No.
Sorry.
If Justin gets in...
I like Justin. He's not a scumbag.
But no.
But these guys' economic policies are scummy, and that goes for all the parties. That includes the NDP and the Liberals. Sure. I don't like any of them. So, it's all neoliberalism.
It doesn't matter. Stuff. As soon as we have a change in government, there's a big correction in the stock market.
Yeah.
And people tend to lose a little bit of money.
For a couple minutes or something.
A day or two, maybe.
Yeah,
it might be a day or whatever, depends.
Yeah.
But depending on, it's all speculation.
Yeah.
And that depends on who gets in and what they've been talking about. And that changes a lot of things.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. There was you remember the whole thing that happened in Alberta with the government there becoming NDP? There was a lot of the fears of what would happen to the economy.
Yeah, the market took a one-day hit.
Exactly. It kind of just dissipated after a couple hours or something,
Yeah, no, it was one day. Yeah. One day. Came back next day.
I don't buy any of it. And I think all the parties essentially economically are the same. I don't, in terms of the other social policies and stuff, they have differences, but, the NDP might be a little bit better in some cases than the others. But not that much, man. They still, the Liberals, aren't they going for these same trade deals and everything?
Well, here's a couple scenarios I'm going to run by you while you're dabbing. If Harper gets, because Tracy, we mentioned this in the car. If Harper gets, I think it's a Harper majority government is out of the question. But a Harper minority government's in the question. However, if there is a Harper minority government, there is no way in hell Trudeau and Mulcair will allow him to form the government. They will say no. Yeah. They will throw him out. Yeah. They will not allow it.
They'll form a coalition.
Either that or they'll settle for somebody else taking his place and him retiring. And having a by-election in his riding, or something.
Well, how do they do that exactly?
I'm not sure exactly the rule, but guaranteed they will not allow that. And the other way around, if Mulcair wins a minority, it's iffy whether or not the Conservatives and depending on how the seat division goes, if they'll allow him to form a government. So, Mulcair needs to get a majority to seize power, and that's also looking. That's a long shot. Let's call it a long shot. That's betting on the long shot.
Yeah,
horse,
exactly.
Okay, that's betting on the 50.
It'll
be
hard.
Odds.
He does have a 10-point lead right now, but
that's too fucking early.
That's as a leader too. That's not the party,
and that's a leader, not the party. And they just had a guy in I think Nova Scotia, an NDP candidate, withdraw over comments he's made previously on Facebook about Israel.
Right.
And he just withdrawn with no explanation. Gone.
I saw that.
Instantly.
What a horrible thing.
So there's a lot of stuff can happen. And those are seats.
There's some people in the NDP, and these are the same people that pushed Dana Larson out of the NDP and others that wanted to kind of move forward on progressive marijuana policies within the NDP. They're the same ones who, I think, turned Libby Davies off of running again. And it's the same one who kicked this guy out. And you saw who the guy they went to. Brad Levine is his name from the NDP. Brad Levine.
Yeah.
He's one of their brass guys who works behind the scenes, who he's kind of more of a conservative, or at least least the policies that seem to be coming out of the NDP now are a lot more conservative than they used to be, especially on marijuana. You got Tom Mulcair saying it causes schizophrenia, which he had to take that back afterwards. The party made him, but still, I don't know. This crowd's a little bit more worried about the public perception. I think Jack Layton probably wouldn't have booted the guy. Maybe, who knows? But look at what happened to Libby. She got smacked for the whole Israel stuff too.
It's almost like they're wooing a sector they've never gone after before.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, they've had to fine-tune things like, okay, we got to back out of the marijuana. We got to, and
It's the
some of the
stigma issues.
diehard socialists like Libby, not happy with that, and they're out. And this is, I think, when you're seeing in guys like Mulcair, that's why those guys were behind making sure that their guy, Mulcair, got in and not the woman or whatever that Dana was supporting, who would have been much more, pot's good, more along Layton lines, the socialist lines, and less.
Sure can't criticize Israel though, huh? Woo. Good Lord.
Not politically, no. But, boy, there's an awful lot of criticism coming from very unlikely sources if you go look online.
For good reason.
Without going
Israel
into that
is
whole
brutal.
Oh, no, that's terrible what's going on there. This bacon is so good.
Dare I say that NDP guy was not, 100% wrong about his comment.
I don't have the story here. The comments that he made were actually quite valid and good, and they weren't hateful
Well,
or.
he said, I
they
think the
weren't
one that
meant
got
to
him in
be-
trouble was that they were going to be engaging in ethnic cleansing themselves, and I think he called what they were doing to the people in the
He was
Gaza
making
Strip.
suggestions of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that the Palestinians were being ethnically cleansed, which, in a way, they are being segregated by their race or religion and being put into these walled camps where they drop a bunch of crazy bombs and test weird weapons on them like white phosphorus and shit. It's fucking brutal. It's torture.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you call it, whether you want to call it ethnic cleansing or whatever, it's murder.
And I mean, was a whole lot of overkill. I mean, a couple of the missiles they shoot off into Israel, they took a few chunks of out of cement. Nobody's getting killed.
Right.
And then what do? They level huge areas of city blocks with cluster carpet bombing.
Yeah, that's how the government of Israel gets away with it, because they allow a few of these rockets to come through, which scares the shit out of everybody, and is wrong. I mean, that's terrorism as well.
Yeah.
Nobody should be attacking civilians. But look, if we want to really, they're just calling what comes in those little improvised explosive devices and stuff, they call that terrorism, but they don't call the bombs that we drop on these countries from airplanes terrorism.
No.
And that's the real fucking terrorism. You come home and your house is blown to shit. That's a little terrifying.
Something people have to remember. The United States is the world's largest maker and exporter of munitions, guns and ammunition and military hardware.
And they give over 50% of it to Israel.
Well, the point I'm going to get at, though, is to do anything to have peace or to bring stability is bad for business.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good business. It's
Yeah,
much bigger.
blowing things
all
up
of a
makes
sudden,
money.
those orders for missile stocking and bullets and all that, mines and whatever. Hey, our order didn't come in this month. Oh, well, there's peace in the Middle East. Sorry, we have to lay guys off.
Yeah.
No, hell no. That is not happening.
No. And what's the best business plan you can think of? If you think of these disposable Kleenex and all those things that are you use it once, you throw it away.
Bic lighters.
Yeah, Bic lighters. That stuff, that's the best kind of business because you just disposable. You make more money. Well, bombs are the most disposable thing there is.
Yeah, you only use it
blow
once.
the fuck up.
Use
and
it once.
They blow up a bunch of other crap too, and that you have to get your contractor buddies in there to rebuild.
That's
so
right.
it's called disaster capitalism. They
That's
just
what it
blow
is.
everything up, and then we'll send our guys back in to fix it up, and cha-ching.
Don't worry, we'll rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll rebuild, and that's a
No,
good word.
it's
Oh, right, rebuild.
wrong.
It'll be better. Yeah, we didn't like that anyways. Good thing they bombed that out of here. Got rid of those ugly buildings. We're going to rebuild.
No, it's brutal.
Condos.
Anyways, on to more pleasant subjects.
On to more pleasant
maybe.
shit.
I'm nice and high, so that's nice.
Are we high?
I had two of
Is
those
everybody
dabs. They
high?
were really good. Thanks, Carly Marley.
Why don't you go back to the thing
I
and
will
tell
go
me?
back.
I'd like-
Hopefully we're still
how many-
online.
yeah.
We had a couple of crashes there. So.
Right. Are we even still here?
Yeah, maybe not.
Are we here? I don't have any of that up on my. No, that's not my job. We're here. Yay, good.
Yeah, we're here.
Cool. So we're just about, look at that, it's 5 to 6, so that brings us up onto the end of another show, the 25th episode, the 420 Lifestyle Show. How many have you been on now, Carly? I don't know.
I don't know now.
You're just a regular guest host. Cool. That's the new show. Everyone's just a guest host. Doesn't matter if you're here for 10 years, you're still a guest host. Because, you know, you might not be here one day and I'll need another guest host. Just fill in if you have, like, you know, other shit to do. Happens. Cold. Who knows, you know?
We kind of, on Pot
usually do
TV,
that.
we have a kind of a rotating thing with, like, I love having everybody as a participant. So it's kind of like any of our friends who come down get included in on the shows.
Yeah, like Sarah Sunday coming
As
next week.
regulars. It's the usual suspects. Oh yeah, Sarah actually.
I'm pointing at the camera.
No, but
Jeremiah went like this.
I was like,
went
where?
like this,
Who are
and
you
he
pointing
turned
at?
around.
Over
That
there?
was good. Hey, look out behind
but
you,
like-
buddy.
But I don't know. It's like we kind of have the regular suspects in here all the time. The Dana Larsons, the David Malmo-Levines, the Jades. Yeah. And Jade's sitting off the camera today, and she was like, I'm not coming on today.
But Jade is wearing her red medicinal shirt from Michelle.
sexy red
Here, you can
pants.
stay
Let
right
her
where you
on
are.
for a
I'll
second.
just
I'm
turn.
glad
No,
you
I'll stay
brought
where
it
you are.
up. One of the usual
You
suspects.
put on the
Okay,
butt
here.
cam so
the
we
Jade
can see.
cam.
All right. It's
Oh,
not just
woo.
the Jade cam.
Wow, that's a shot and a half there.
It's the medicinal big booby,
That's
big
all we're
booby
getting.
hugs.
There's no head.
In honor of Michelle's
Oh,
big
good Lord.
booby hugs, Jade is representing today.
Aw.
I wish I could have met her, and I just live vicariously through her memories through all of our friends here on TV. So peace, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Jade.
Oh, that's nice.
Jade said if you didn't hear her, but anyhow, we won't go into that.
I said I haven't met her.
No, they can't hear. It's hard. I watched last week's show, and when people are talking off the side, and she said she never met her, and she lives vicariously through her memories,
Aw.
through our friends here at Pot TV.
Aw.
Okay,
That's really
thank you
nice.
very much. I was gonna get on to something. Say something
Mick is
else.
so high.
I'm bakey. Bacon face. Gone from bacon foot to bacon face. Bacon face is way more fun than bacon foot, I can assure you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I like these like different kinds of edibles. I want to.
We
see
were talking
more
about- sorry.
strange edibles, different things. You
Oh yeah, we were talking about all the different people that we have though coming in on the show. That was
Yeah.
what it was, and
Yeah.
the different hosts,
The
and
usual
all the
suspects.
guest hosts, and
The
stuff.
usual suspects.
But no, it's great having you on. All the people who watch the show say, "Oh no, keep her on. She's a keeper." Yeah.
She's
So-
a keeper. I
I'm
like
happy to hear
that.
that.
Yeah.
I love Carly.
So you're always welcome.
Aw, I love all of you.
We'll see you here next week.
You okay, Jerry?
Early.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's all we got
Thank
for
you.
today. And I really want to thank our special guests, Tracy Curley, Asia Moon, and Weed Woman from Australia and Canada, and who happen to also have been unmasked on the show today. Yes, another first on the 420 Lifestyle Show. We had an unmasking of superheroes and exposing. So we promised, we signed
secret is
waivers.
out.
We're gonna keep that information secret. So if you didn't watch this show, you'll have to see the recorded version, and it may be redacted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just a black spot over their
Black,
face.
black spots
Yeah,
and stuff.
and the
right?
voices have been changed.
And like big like mustaches and funny hats.
And they talk like this now.
Bullwinkle the moose.
Yeah.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my head.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Oh God. Wednesday, Marijuana Man from Under the Sea Desk right here on Pod TV. And on Friday, Jeremiah will be back with another Cannabis Culture News. That's right, CCN News.
Yes, sir.
That's it. On
And
Saturday, don't miss the Redbeard Show. You'll have
Red beard.
Beard.
some glass action going on. Some hot glass action. Hot glass action.
Definitely.
Hot glass action. Saturday.
You should do that at the Monster Truck Show.
I know, eh? Gotta do it like this. All right. Yeah. Saturday. Sunday, check out Stoner Sundays with Mike Rita on the Vapor Central channel. That's going to be rocking. And, hey, till next week, you know what to do. Cultivate your freedom. Peace.